Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. It's episode 140. We're the Cook Shuffle guys. I'm Joe.
I'm David.
And big fucking shocker, Sarah's not here today. Listen, we record on Thursdays because that's what we've been doing. And Sarah is not available on Thursdays. But we got on this Thursday schedule because it's hard to record on a Thursday and then record again on a Monday to get back on schedule. Because between Thursday and Monday, nothing has happened in mine and Dave's lives that we can talk about again. So we're going to record this Monday and hopefully have Sarah in it. That's what she texted just now, right before we started recording this. So
he said, should be good?
Question mark. So if next week's episode 141 is dog shit, it's because Dave and I have nothing to talk about between now and 4 days from now.
I mean, the weekend, a lot of stuff happens.
That's true. And I already know that for next episode, I will have something to talk about. So
yeah, I'm gonna be doing stuff this weekend. So
yeah, well then I guess fuck everything I just said. And also Sarah hasn't been on in 3 goddamn weeks, so she's got plenty to talk about.
Definitely did not put my mic that low, and it just decided to fall.
Nice. Anyways, Dave, how you doing?
I'm Jay chilling.
Okay,
just chilling here.
You finished the patio, the walkway thing for Mom, right?
Oh,
you saw pictures of that?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, personally, I think it looks like ass.
But well, that's because you made it.
Yeah, like obviously from like far away, it looks all right. But like if you like stand up to it, and if it rains too, like if it rains, the original flower bedside, you could, if there's enough water, there's a puddle.
Ooh,
right there. And then when we were filling it all with sand, I quickly had to, I stopped because I was going somewhere. And so there was still sand on top of it. And we're like, well, we'll just leave it. And then it started raining. So now there's just kind of like some sandy spots on it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, but it's done. I fucking don't have to break my knees anymore kneeling down.
Yeah, really.
Trying to keep these things level. Dude, the one day I had to be like, I swear it was like 85 degrees outside.
Right.
And
quite toasty.
As soon as I walk outside, it's just like, I cannot breathe. And then I'm like, oh my gosh. He's dead. Let me text him because
yeah,
like,
it was hot out, couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Hold on, let me finish the text. It was hot out.
Multitasking, not your strong suit.
So as soon as I walked outside, I'm like, this is gonna be awful.
Right.
So now I'm outside, grab some bricks, bring them over to the sidewalk. And you know where all those bricks are. So like all the bricks are, it's probably like, I don't know, 100 feet away.
Give or take, yeah.
Something like, I don't know what 100 feet is, but it seems like it should be a lot. So no, it's definitely more than 100 feet. But no, either way, it's a pretty long walk.
It's a decent, yeah.
Yeah, it could be like 10 yards. That's like 3,000 feet.
No.
300 feet. No.
Yeah. No, that's only 30 feet. 10 yards is 30 feet.
Oh yeah. So it could be 100 feet.
It could be, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so it's a pretty far walk, and so I filled this wheelbarrow up like to the top. I try to get as many bricks as possible without it being too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I have enough bricks so I don't have to go back like immediately.
Right.
But like either way, I'm good for like the first bit, but then after a while, it's just like, oh my God, dude, this thing, like these wooden handles that I'm gripping on, and it's like not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever, I get it all set up, and then I start. So I'm taking these bricks, pounding them in. Meanwhile, I've had blisters on my hands for like the past 2 days prior or whatever. So my hand still hurts because I'm using the same hand to hammer these things in. My knees hurting, and I'm just, sweat is just dripping off my face onto these bricks. And then I go inside, take a break to just get a drink, and I down just like a whole bottle of iced tea, like one of the little ones.
Yeah.
Time to go back outside. Bring another iced tea outside with me, sweating, chug that thing like immediately. I'm like, bro, I'm so thirsty, man.
Yeah.
I cannot quench this thirst.
Yeah. Dehydration had set in quickly with you.
Like every time I finished, it just felt like my mouth was just like, I was just like what the shit?
Yeah.
So whatever. It's done now. Now I just got to do eventually when I feel like doing it, which shouldn't take too long. Is we're going to do a wood border for the flower bed.
Right.
With the, put like the rebar through the wood and whatnot. And you put like the wood here, and then you put like a wood here. And actually, I think we're only doing 2 rows. So it's just like this.
You're getting like, okay. You're like
Yeah,
big, like 6x6 block.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
No, 6x6, is it?
Like, I mean, you could probably do 4x4s.
I think it's 4x4. Yeah, I think that's all I got. And it's got like the nice kind of like rounded
4x6
edge.
too. Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they're meant for
whatever
for this,
for holding the dirt in.
Yeah, so do that. And actually, probably before we do that, actually, I don't know what's going to be easier. No, probably just do that, and then I'll have to like till up all the dirt. I don't know if I have to till it up, but like at least spread it out, because there's just a mound in one.
You gotta loosen that shit up and spread it out.
It's very. If I would have finished this a long time ago, the dirt would have been so easy to move. Now it's like growing weeds.
Yeah,
I'm like, great.
It's held together.
So maybe spray it with weed block and then whatever, blah blah blah, weed killer, and then it should be done. So maybe I could get this done by the end of summer.
I mean, if you commit to it, you could probably get it done in a week.
Well, yeah, I didn't think these bricks were going to take that long, but then it's like, as soon as I started, I was like, this is no joke.
Yeah.
There's
a reason we didn't go into landscaping.
Yeah, dude, this is ridiculous. Well, it also didn't help that I literally didn't know what I was doing.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because I was like, at some points, like, I mean, I know that the bricks are going, like, some of them are, like it's like if you walk on it, it's pretty good. You don't notice it. Sometimes, like, I'll notice there's a brick lower than the other one, but like for the most part, if you're just walking on it, you're not going to notice anything.
Yeah.
Until it rains or you really stare at it.
Right.
But
also, if it rains, you're not going to be outside anyways.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't use this fucking thing anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like anybody walks on it.
Fair.
We're just going to walk on. I mean, pretty much just like, if you're going to the garden, like the
mom will use it.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. So
if she wants to, when she's planting the flowers, or when I plant the flowers, whatever.
Yeah.
And if she wants to weed it or whatever, then she'll use that. But other than that, it's just like, doesn't get used.
Yeah. So it's totally fine.
Yeah. So I had to just get over the fact. I was like, all right, fine. Looks whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So maybe by end of summer.
Your like video keeps freezing every now and then. Not like freezing, but like it's like jumpy.
Little hitch.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not important. Before I get into what I want to talk about, I don't know if I talked about this, recently bought new deodorant. Because
how many times we were talking about fucking deodorant on this?
I was getting itchy, remember how I talked about that?
Yeah.
So I bought new deodorant because I was like, I can't fucking take this anymore. The Old Spice was doing me dirty.
Here's the question. So like, do you get deodorant or do you get antiperspirant?
Deodorant.
Okay.
I think.
Because
I'm not a big sweaty boy.
Yeah, I'm a big sweaty boy.
Yeah.
But like this is deodorant. And then mom was at the store like a couple weeks ago and I was like, hey, could you just pick up another deodorant for me?
Right.
And
now, is that the white like soap deodorant?
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
that the gel? So that's what my Old Spice was.
It's like it's
why is that jelly? Why is that so lopsided?
I don't know.
What's going on with your armpits? How do you put on deodorant? Yeah, I mean that's what I do too. But like, why is yours so lopsided?
I don't know, because I press harder on one side.
Uh-huh.
So but this is like jellier than the non-jelly stuff, but less jelly than the actual jelly stuff. You know what I mean? It's like an
No.
in between. It's in between. Like, why is this so like? Can I just focus on it?
Yeah, then
It's
it'll never
so
focus on you
white.
for the rest of the episode.
Like okay,
And then
so
what's the other one? What's the antiperspirant?
this one's more like the regular deodorant.
That's more like soapy.
I keep trying to show you, and it's like it looks the same.
Yeah.
Um,
But like the antiperspirant is more of like a bar of soap.
yeah, I would say it's more of a bar of soap. Then
And the
there's
other
this
one-
stuff is like a mix of gel and this stuff,
which is what you told me to get.
which is yeah, because I think it's, but like I don't know, my armpits still just itch. Honestly.
Well, so what I told you what I had before. I had the blue like gel deodorant, and again, it's still like a solid bar, but it's more jelly.
Yeah,
And I had it was Old Spice.
right.
But the problem was I wear a white shirt to work and I don't wear an undershirt because it's hot as fuck in Florida. So I would sweat and it would stain my pits blue on my shirt. So I go, I can't do this anymore. So then I got the Old Spice white deodorant, which is just like it's not as
that's
soapy.
this one.
I guess, yeah. So I got the white, and that was fine. But then my armpits got like I was literally standing there just like itching and itching and itching. It was awful. So I went to the store. I was looking at some options, and I wanted to stick with Old Spice because I like their scent, but they didn't have any that wasn't blue or white, or like it was either the white solid or the blue gel. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go back to blue because I know what that does. So got to look at some other options here. So I was looking at the Dove Men Plus Care. And then I was looking at, then we looked at Harry's deodorant. Now, this is not an ad for Harry's, but I've been using Harry's, which is a clear gel deodorant.
Straight up gel.
It's like the blue Old Spice, like that type of, it's like semi see-through. It looks more like gel than soap.
Right.
Because it's still solid. I say gel like it's more liquid, but it's a solid bar, but it's clear. So it seems more like gel than soap. Right. Anyways, so I got that and I've been using it. One, smells amazing. I just put it on, which is why I thought about this, because every time I take a sip, I smell it. I don't itch anymore, and it doesn't stain my shirt.
So Harry's,
and it's cheaper than Dove.
We'll see.
Yeah, because I was looking at a couple options.
Yeah, it might be cheaper, but I'm saying we'll see. To like maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
First of all, I just need something that because no deodorant. I use deodorant and body spray. I need deodorant. I need like one thing that's a deodorant, a body spray, like double layer of both in one hit. Because it's like I sweat through everything, bro. I swear by the end of work or even in the middle of work, I feel like I smell. Like I don't smell anything, but like I've been sweating so much. I'm like, there's no way I don't smell. And I'm not going to like smell myself because I'm just like, I don't feel like it. Sometimes I do. And I'm just like, yeah, I smell already. It's like, what the fuck? I shower with Dove Men Plus Care. Yeah. I put Dove Men Plus Care on afterwards. Mm-hmm. And then I spray Dove Men Plus Care under here as well.
Yeah. I just put deodorant, cologne, and I'm good. And I work outside.
I just want to stop sweating.
Yeah. I mean,
cut the gland.
Not sweating is bad, but definitely reducing the amount of sweat that you produce would be helpful.
Yeah, that's like a thing that could be a thing. That'd be cool.
But yeah, shout out Harry's. Paraben free, and it's probably aluminum free as well. I think it might have been. Now I'm pretty sure that the blue gel probably also had aluminum in it, but I know that the white deodorant's got aluminum, and I think that's what does it to me. You put an aluminum in your armpits, you're gonna get itchy.
What is paraben or whatever you said?
I have no idea what the fuck paraben is.
This has aluminum.
Yeah, see,
aluminum and now this
I don't know
antiperspirant.
I don't know what aluminum is doing in deodorant.
Making you itch. That's what it's doing.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm gonna try this one out once this one's gone.
Okay,
because this one's almost gone. But yeah, aluminum and zirconium, and
they make fucking fake diamonds out of zirconium.
tetrachlorhydrex gel or jelly. Tet wait, what? Tetrachlorhydrex.
Okay.
But then there's GLY after it. But
G
there's like
L
a
Y.
space. So I don't know if they're just saying GLY as after it. It's not actually. Oh, it's one aluminum zirconium tetrachlorhydrex. It's one thing.
Mm.
I thought it was.
Sounds like a lot of metal in your deodorant.
Yeah, what's this one got? So this one's deodorant,
Mm-hmm.
and this one's got no aluminum zirconium tetrachlorhydrex. It's got
Can't be how it's pronounced.
it's tetrachlorohydrex.
Yeah.
Chlorohydrex. Maybe it's chlorohydrex. I don't know. Yeah, this one's the deodorant does not have that.
Okay. So your antiperspirant does. So maybe the aluminum is blocking the perspiration holes.
Maybe. Antiperspirant.
Needless to say, we don't know how deodorant works.
Yeah, no. And mom got this because I was like, oh, this is antiperspirant. She said, yeah, it works better.
I don't know the difference.
She said antiperspirant is like, she thinks it works better than like, well, this one is for like
Finish a sentence, please.
this one is for like deodorant is for like just smell.
Right.
I think,
Yeah, it deodorizes you.
And then antiperspirant like
stops perspiring.
She said it backwards. I'm look it up.
But they both just make you smell better.
Yeah.
Like if antiperspirant didn't have a smell, I'd be like, okay, that's simply blocking the sweat. And then you need deodorant to smell good.
Deodorant masks odor, while antiperspirant reduces how much you sweat. So maybe I should antiperspirant
and then
deodorant and then body spray.
Perhaps.
Let's see if they smell different. The exact same. Okay.
Exact same smell. Anyways, the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So I flew up to Long Island this past weekend.
All right.
Just a quick like 1-day trip. Was there and back. Flight there got delayed 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. So I got to the airport and it was everybody was sitting at the gate, nobody was moving. I was like, okay, I ate my what did I get? I got chips and queso. I ate all that. And was sitting there and they're not making any announcements, but it's like getting close to boarding time. So I'm like, all right, let me get up. Like, let me start getting myself ready. I throw some stuff out, getting my life organized, and they're still not boarding. Nobody's moving. No announcements are being made. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I haven't gotten an email, not a text, and I'm flying Frontier. No update on what's going on. Then I see everybody just get up and start walking away. And I'm like, what's going on? Now, again, no announcements being made over the loudspeaker. Nothing's being said. Everybody just gets up and walks away. And I was like, okay. So I'm just going to follow the crowd. Like maybe there's a gate change I don't know about. So I'm following the crowd. And then I hear this woman start yelling. She goes, hey, what's happening? And somebody like says something that I can't hear. And then she starts yelling back to whoever she was traveling with saying, not good news. It's canceled. And I'm like, are you fucking joking me right now? Like, this is the last flight out of Orlando tonight, or at least last flight to Long Island. If it gets canceled, I'm not flying until tomorrow morning, and who the fuck knows what time that flight's going to be. So I walk back to the gate agent. Gate agent, fucking bitch. Absolutely no help at all. There's like a crowd of us still standing there trying to figure out exactly what happened because there was still no email, no text, no announcement that it was canceled. And the only thing it said on the screen was delayed until 11 p.m. And so the gate agent walks up. She goes, yeah, guys, flight's canceled. that means she goes, there's no plan to take you home. Sorry. And then she walks away. And I was like,
Don't they have
okay.
to offer you something? Not that they have to, but
They do. When a flight gets canceled, they offer you, either we'll put you on the next flight, we'll refund you, we'll reimburse you on a different airline, XYZ. They give you 3 options. They also give you a $50 voucher to use on Frontier at a later date. But she says this again, still no text, no email, no nothing. Walks away, walks back. We're all like waiting for more answers. And then she walks back to the desk and then just walks away again. Again, fucking bitch. Clearly did not want to be there at all. So I was like, fuck this. So I start walking away. I go, I'm going to go back to the main terminal because that's where everybody else is going. That's the only way I can speak to a person that's going to help me on Frontier. I have to go back to the main terminal. So I start walking back. I go, before I do that, let me look at the screens in like the lobby area of the terminal that I was in. So I go look at the screens and it still says delayed. I was like, okay, so I'll just sit here and I'll wait for a text or something to come through to tell me what's going on. And then I'll know. I'm not going to leave because then I don't know if I can get through security again.
right.
So
you weren't trusting that it was canceled by this bitch.
Correct. I also wasn't trusting the mass crowd of people walking away from the gate.
Yeah.
So then shortly after that, I'm like on the phone with Shannon. I'm just walking around in circles. I get a text. Gate change.
Wait, she wasn't with you?
No. Shannon was already on Long Island.
Oh, I was going to say, I figured you were going there.
Yeah.
Knew that
she was already there. So I get a text and it says gate change alert. So I was at gate 26. It changed to gate like 11 or something like that. Or vice versa. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that's good. Like I'm still here in the terminal. Everybody else fucking gone. Literally everybody else that was supposed to be on the flight had left already. They got back on the fucking tram and back to the main terminal. And so I walk my happy ass over to the new gate and it says on the screen, flight to Long Island, delayed until 12:30 a.m. Now it was currently 9:45.
Oh my God.
Maybe 9:30. And I was like, that fucking sucks. But at least I'm getting there.
Right.
And so I'm the first one there for like a good 5 minutes. I'm standing there by myself. And then all of a sudden you see just a wave of people walk in and every person comes up to me. They go, is this the flight to Long Island? Gate change? I go, it's what it says. I don't fucking work here. But so everybody slowly starts coming over. I go sit down, charge my phone, still on the phone with Shannon. Finally, a new gate agent comes up to the counter and very nice woman. She goes, I wrote it down. I didn't write down exactly what she said, but she basically explained what was going on. Explained that I guess there was like a crew issue. So they were waiting on, my initial thought was the captains and the flight attendants, they are required after a flight or whatever, after a certain amount of hours they are required to have X amount of hours of time off or like sleep time before they are required to fly again.
Yeah.
That's like for their own, like, safety and shit like that. So they're required like 8 hours off or some shit like that. So sometimes if they don't have that, they will delay a flight until that person has had their proper time off and can make it to the airport. So that's what I thought happened. What they then announced was, hey, your captains are flying in from this place. It was like fucking Texas or something. Captains are flying in. Once they get here, they'll get on the plane. You guys will take off. We're going to get you boarded before the captain gets here. And I was like, oh, so it's not a crew, like a flight attendant issue. We don't have captains for this flight. There's nobody to fly the plane. So they're waiting for pilots to get in from another flight, get to our gate, get on the plane, take off. So I was like, oh, okay, perfect. Everybody started clapping in the airport, which I was already annoyed with. Because like, why the fuck are we clapping for these people? Our flight got delayed 3 hours. But people start clapping. They're like, thank you so much for explaining it. Again, woman was very nice. Then amidst the clapping, a man shouts very loudly, you're late. And the clapping stops immediately. And everybody just kind of like turns and stares at this guy. I couldn't see who shouted. So I'm just like looking in the general vicinity, like, what the fuck? Like, dude, fuck you. She's trying to be nice. And you just scream, you're late. And then this old bitch, the same one who yelled previously when everybody started walking away, she is walking past the same guy who just yelled and goes, this I did write down. She goes, and I quote, relax, buddy. There's no tornado. There's no hurricane. There's no 9/11. And I was like, whoa. I was like, everybody hold the fuck up. And nobody acknowledged this bitch saying anything. She said, and let's take it back again, there's no tornado. Right. There's no tornado. That's not a bad thing. A flight wouldn't take off in a tornado. So we're good. There's no hurricane. A flight probably also wouldn't take off in high wind hurricane. We're still good. There's no 9/11. First of all, she shouted 9/11 in an airport. I don't think you should do that in America.
Wait, before you continue, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but we were on our flight to Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the flights.
Yeah.
We were boarding, right? And we're in like the walkway to enter the plane. And
the jet bridge.
The jet bridge. And I didn't yell it, but like I was just kind of talking. I was like, sniper.
Oh my God.
because we do it in Warzone where like if we just like fall or whatever. And I don't know, I can't remember exactly why I said it, but I said it, and Will was like, yeah, not the best thing to say in an airport.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Because I said it and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. This old bitch said no tornado, no hurricane, no 9/11. And I was like, first of all, those three things don't all correlate. Tornado, hurricane, weather events, totally acceptable to be like, hey, buddy, relax. Like, it's not that bad. They delayed the flight. It's not like there's a tornado or a hurricane. But for you to say, hey, relax, it's not like there's a 9/11 happening.
Yeah,
that's
bitch,
a little.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah. Like, that's fucked. Like, and she just yelled that. And everybody was just like, huh? Again, not a lot of reactions, but just like and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? It's 10:30 at night and people are just yelling about 9/11 in an airport. Then, while also waiting to board this plane, this bitch, her and the woman she was traveling with happened to sit right next to me at the gate waiting for a plane to board. Now, granted, I sat next to a pole where there was a plug so I could charge my phone. So they were like on the other side, probably also charging something. But they sat right next to me. And the entire time, just fucking complaining and just being so fucking obnoxious and so fucking rude. I was so fed up at this point. And then sitting across from me, there was like a party of 17 and they had like 15 kids. That's, I know the math isn't adding up there.
Well, I mean, I figured
2 adults, 15 kids. It was like,
and that equals 17.
It was like 10 adults. And it felt like 15 kids because they were running around and being very rambunctious.
Yeah.
But I don't even think the party was together. So it was like 17 people all like kind of mingling and like playing that heads up game and being really obnoxious and like running around and like hitting my feet. And I was very annoyed. But then the parties split up and it seemed like the 5 people that were sitting in front of me had no idea who the other people actually were, but they were just like playing with them because. These fucking 5 people sitting in front of me just looked. You ever look at somebody and go, that person smells bad?
Yes.
But you don't smell them?
Yeah, like you could tell that it looks like they get their cat pisses on them like 24/7.
Yeah. That's what all 5 of these people look like. First of all, big red flag for me. They in an airport, they were wearing like those hippie sandals,
Well,
like
Birkenstocks?
Yeah, but like not Birkenstocks, like worse than that. Like Velcro sandals that we had as kids.
Oh, like Jesus sandals.
Yeah, they're wearing those fucking things. And they're barefoot. So, yeah, just these toes out in the airport. Disgusting. Secondly, they're wearing, now I get it. You want to be comfortable on an airplane. You want to be at your most comfortable, in your most comfortable form on an airplane. They are wearing the baggiest clothes I have ever seen in my life.
Are they like,
go ahead.
Overweight?
No. They are as skinny as I am, wearing very baggy, like grimy sweatpants, a shirt that used to be white at one point, but is very much not white anymore. Like
are these that, these are like when we were in high school, like those kids.
Yeah. Like exactly like those kids. And they were like my age. So, you got 25, 26-year-olds, just grimy hair, just they look like they're just dirty all the time. And
like,
I want to say the person's name who I'm thinking I could compare it to, but you know who I'm talking about. There's somebody that we regularly make fun of in our group chat with the guys. She posts things. Yeah. And her times 5 is what I was seeing in front of me. And so they were like trying to talk to everybody, including the woman who was just cranky next to me the entire time. So like she was complaining about some shit and they go, oh yeah, I know, right? Like blah, 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 blah. And she just like kept, it was awful. It was fun. So basically what I determined at this point was that all of these fucking people, because the airport that I'm flying into is very small on Long Island, it's only locals probably flying into this airport. So I knew the 2 women that were complaining the entire time were from New York because they had the accent. So they were definitely from Long Island. I then assumed the 5 fucking grimy people were from Long Island as well, based on the fact that, again, it's a very small airport. It's very late at night. These people definitely live there. And I fucking hate them. I hate people from New York. I hate people from Long Island. Shannon may be included in that. But they like, it's just like, and Shannon has said multiple times, she also hates people from Long Island. But like, you could just tell that these are like the worst of the worst people from Long Island. It was like the old ladies who have lived there their entire fucking life. They hate the world. They think New York is the best place on earth. And they just want to complain about everybody. And they were fucking so rude. This woman, when we got on the plane, the pilot fucking got on. He goes, hey guys, sorry about the delay. We're going to get this all started. We're going to get you guys taken off. Bada boom, bada bing. And she goes, yeah, how about a refund? I go, bitch, you're the one who just fucking complained about the guy saying you're late in the airport. And now you say you want a refund while the pilot's apologizing for having to fly in from Texas? Fuck you. And she sat right in front. She was the row in front of me. Of fucking course she was.
Yeah, of course.
And it was just, and then the hippies, you know, that's the best description I have of them. They were fucking, they just looked disgusting. Hated it.
I can picture those people.
Yeah. That was a very long story, but I had to explain all the details for you to understand the rage that I was experiencing in this airport.
I don't know, for my flights when I went down to Florida, they actually weren't they weren't bad, I think, except for like the way down there when I had the window seat, and then there was this woman next to me, and then there was this dude next to him. I told this on the podcast, next to her. Dude, I told this on the podcast where it was just like he was just like this, or he was just sitting across, I mean, and he just seemed like he was already drinking beforehand.
Yeah.
And then he was talking to this woman, and I was like, dude, you just seem weird. Can you just stop? And she's like on her phone. She's like doing like the thing, like she's being nice, but like not really engaging in him.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't, it's like, hey buddy, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk to you.
Like, hey, this is an airplane. Everybody's just here to get the fuck where they need to go and not talk to one another.
Yeah. So, and I'm sitting there, and I was like getting annoyed for her.
Right. Yeah.
Like I was just sitting there, and I'm like, dude, I can tell that she doesn't want, like, I'm just sitting here like with my eyes
you gonna
open.
keep trying, dude? Or
I just like kind of like do the side eye. I'm like,
yeah,
no fucking talking to her. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, can you just shut up?
Yeah. Oh, it's so annoying. I hate people on airplanes. I hate people on that Fly Frontier. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it's gotta be Frontier, because Frontier is just the lowest.
Our Frontier flight back down, because Shannon and I had the same flight back down to Orlando. That got canceled. And so I was supposed to be at like 6 a.m. Shannon woke me up at like 4 a.m. It was like, flight got canceled. I was like, fuck, like now we have to deal with this bullshit. Ended up flying out of an entirely different, we went all the way to JFK to fly back down, which not all the way. It's like 45 minutes away, but we flew Delta on JFK, or from JFK. And that was, we had the exit row just by sheer dumb luck, because those were the only seats left available.
Love an exit row.
Yeah, so we had the whole row to ourselves because it was a 2-seat exit row, and all the legroom in the world. Like my legs couldn't even reach the seat in front of me. We had so much legroom.
Oh yeah.
And there were TVs that came out of our seat and just like folded across in front of us, just like right there. I was like, this is fucking gold. They gave us these headphones.
The fuck?
Yeah, they just they walk down with a cart. They go, you need headphones? Here you go. Just giving out earbuds on Delta Airlines.
Jesus, the
Free,
most thing I would
free,
have.
free ginger ale. What did I get? Ginger ale, I think. Free ginger ale and sun chips.
Now, see,
What
I
we watched a
understand
whole movie.
like for that, because like Delta, it's obviously more expensive.
Yeah.
So they include that stuff in the price. But like I'm getting in Frontier, it's like most thing I could have gotten at the end of flight was, hey, if you want to get like these sign up for this thing, get 75,000 miles.
If you want to get the credit card,
even if you don't want to, you can keep the pen. Oh, thanks, man.
Like, wow, thanks for the pen, Frontier. All I want on Frontier, the only thing that would make me happy,
free snacks.
Yes.
What's
That's all they need. They don't need to do anything crazy. Just free snacks. Snacks cost you no money at all. Yeah. Why are you charging me an arm and a leg?
Like just anything. Like I'll take a small bag of fruit snacks.
Yeah.
I will take a small bag
pretzels, peanuts. I don't care.
Snacks. Yeah. They give you a tiny bag. Like I don't know, there was one when I went down to Daytona. I think we did Delta the whole way. Maybe one was American Airlines. I don't know, but I got like 3 bags of pretzels.
Yeah. I remember when I flew Southwest one time, they gave these like Belvita like peanut butter cookies that I've never found since. I think they discontinued them. But I went to the bathroom and I came out and I go, excuse me, I go, can I have another one of those? She goes, oh my God, yeah. If you want more, just like bring your little thing. I go, that's fucking great. Thank you.
Yeah, I literally, the dude just like misunderstood when I said I wanted pretzels because like I was in the exit row and I was just like, 2. Can we get 2? 1?
Yeah.
And he gave each of us 2. I was like,
love it.
All right, cool.
You can also ask for the whole can of pop if you'd like. Instead of them like cracking a can, they pour it over ice. They'll just give you the whole can. Yeah. But I've heard, because I have a lot of people who work at Disney were a flight attendant or going to be a flight attendant afterwards. So I was informed that they don't necessarily like when you do that because then the other people in your row will do the same thing. And then everybody else on the plane will start doing the same thing. And they don't necessarily have enough cans for everybody on the plane. So what?
Maybe they should.
Yeah, maybe they should. Because what's 300 cans of pop? How much does that really weigh? Is it gonna crash the plane?
Yeah.
If so, I don't give a fuck. Bring the 300 cans.
I think
drop the fat guy off. Bring the 300 cans.
Yeah, honestly, they should just have like can't exceed, 300 pounds.
Yeah.
And if you do, then you just like 5 people on one plane. Find 300 pounders on one plane.
Mm-hmm.
Then they can go.
Exactly.
They get all the snacks in the world.
Yeah, give them whatever they want
on there. But remember last week, I think it was, when I said it was like, oh, there's something that I wanted to. Never mind, because you probably don't. Either way, I was like, oh, there's something I want to talk about. And every time it comes to the podcast, I forget. And then like, yeah. So it came up. I remembered it like 2 days ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Oh, I got it. Boom.
Nice.
So this girl that I worked with, she was telling me that like, so she had like I don't know, those tumblers that usually have like protein shakes in them. They have that snap cap thing, whatever. Yeah. So it was about the size of that. And she was telling me, she's like, yeah, sometimes I'm just so tired that I'll just drink some pre-workout like before I come to work. Whatever. Wow. And then she was like, the one time I just put it in my she actually had her Yeti. She put it into her Yeti cup, and it was a pretty big mug because it had the handle, and so it looked like the regular big tumbler with like the handle, whatever. And she's like, I had pre-workout in that, and I drank that for 8 hours. And I'm like, you drink pre-workout
for 8 hours?
And she goes, yeah, like I didn't go to bed till, now we get out of work at 5 o'clock in the morning. She was like, I didn't go to bed till about noon. She's like, I went for an hour run
afterwards.
I'm like, an hour?
Yeah.
How do you like not even just crash after that? She's like, I didn't go to bed until about noon. And then slept for a bit, slept for a long time, whatever,
Yeah.
and come back to work at 8:30. So it's like if you slept for 8 hours, it's like you're already gonna be late.
Yeah.
Like for me, because like I leave the house at 5 after 8, 10 after 8. It's like I can't get ready
In 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I got to make my lunch. I'd like to usually eat before I go to work and shower probably. I'm not, I don't usually shower the night before, but I guess if I was up till 12, I'd be like, oh, I guess I could take a shower.
Yeah.
But yeah, drank pre-workout
All day.
for
the entire shift. Yeah.
The entire shift. And I'm like, that's nuts.
Yeah. She must have been wired. I remember when I used to go to the gym in college, we would have pre-workout and we would get like fucking creatine as well. And we would fucking I hate telling the story because like I very much like don't go to the gym like by the lack of muscle on my arm.
Yeah.
But like we would literally take a scoop of the pre-workout with creatine and just dry it in the mouth, fucking take a shot of water to make it as concentrated as possible, swish it and swallow it. And I mean, that shit, like,
I've never once taken pre-workout.
It's fucking wild, dude. And I'm kind of happy I don't go to the gym, so I don't do shit like that anymore. Because I mean, I remember the one time I went to the gym, or one of the times I went to the gym, we'd taken pre-workout, and I don't remember what we were doing, but it was like, I think I must have been doing like squats or something. I had the bar, and it was one of the ones that's like, it's on cables. So like if you were to drop it, it's not like it's not the end of the world. Yeah. And so I'm coming back up and I go to like put on the things, I like rotate it onto the hooks, and I missed the hook, but I thought I had gotten it. So it dropped, but I let go and was moving away, and it like grabbed me and it fucking collapsed me to the ground. My whole fucking back just snapped. And my neck was like, the noise I made must have been awful because almost everybody in the gym turned and looked at me. And I was like crushed like a bug on the ground by this thing. And I got back up, and like the adrenaline that was then pumping through my body was insane. Like my whole body was tingling. My head was like racing a mile a minute. My mind was racing a mile a minute. And I like just had to sit down. I was like having a panic attack in the gym because it was so insane with the adrenaline and the pre-workout and the almost getting crushed by my own weights.
If everybody at one point, like I did something and everybody looked at me at the, I'd be like, I'm never coming back here again. I'm going to find a new gym.
Yeah. But I remember after that, we went to go get food, and like walking up the stairs, I was still like shaking. I was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck I did to myself, but
Jesus Christ.
It was crazy. It snapped my whole spine.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I still have I think 2 months or whatever of my gym membership that I haven't used since, I don't know. I probably used it for 2 months. I think we started in October. So I think I used it for 2-3 months. And then
you were going pretty consistently for a while.
Oh yeah. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's
always
wild.
Did it. And for I think that's probably a good solid 2 months. And then fell off of it. For the month, it was I could go here, but then I was doing overtime, so I didn't go there. And then come January, February, maybe once, twice, and then just haven't gone since. And I'm still getting $17 every month because it's for a year. So
yeah.
And I don't think it's got to be October. So I think I got 3 months left.
I would be more enticed to go, maybe, if I could do a year-long trial, where they give me the first year free.
Yeah.
Then I think I'd be more enticed to start going to the gym. But the fact that, right out the gate, I have to start paying for it, and I already don't like working out. Why would I pay to do something that I don't enjoy doing?
Precisely.
Yeah.
which is why I don't golf as much as I do.
Fair. Yeah.
Because like
I enjoy doing it, but why would I pay to do something that I fucking suck at?
yeah. Which speaking of golf, will text me golf Saturday 10:30, which I'm probably gonna go.
Yeah.
Depends. I don't know, but yeah, it's like but for these few months that I have left, I'm hoping that it's just a year thing and it cancels, but I'm guessing it's not. I'm gonna have to talk to Ben, see what he said, if he remembers.
Does he still go?
No. He stopped before me, I think.
Oh,
And
wow.
even after he stopped, it was like we both stopped at the same time, but I was like, I'll go like one more. I might have like one more day under my belt than him. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he stopped and I was like, yeah, I'm not really going anymore. And then like one sporadic morning, I was like, I'll go. But I should just get pre-workout one time.
Fuck that.
And then fucking get it out. See, the problem is like unless I go when I wake up, but I usually go after work.
Yeah.
So then I'll take this pre-workout. I'll fucking be up for ever.
Well, not necessarily, because if you take that and then you work out, you'll exhaust all the energy that it gave you. So
Right.
I don't know.
It's just not enjoyable.
Yesterday at work, I was coordinating, obviously, like I always do. And it was getting close to the end of the day. And I get a call from one of the trucks. And I was like, yeah, what's up? It was over the radio. So it's more like, yeah, what's up?
Right.
And they go, hey, we just had somebody jump out of the truck. And I go,
Excuse me?
What now? And they
What
go,
did you say?
yeah, they go, we had somebody jump out of the truck onto the load dock and ran away. And so I go, oh, the load dock, that's right outside the office that I'm currently standing in. So I open up the door, and there's the truck full of people. Because they were going up to our wheelchair dock. So they still had a truck full of people, even though when the trucks usually drive through there, it's empty. So they had a truck full of people, and they were not touching the dock like every other truck would. They were probably 2 feet away from it. This woman apparently had to use the bathroom so bad since the moment she got on the truck 25 minutes prior.
Oh, man, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah. So she, according to her family that I spoke to afterwards, that she was apparently like screaming about having to go to the bathroom the entire time. I don't know if she was necessarily screaming, but they get back to, and they're 30 seconds away from their stop. 30 seconds. And she gets up and the driver says, hey, please sit back down. We are almost to our dock. Woman then gets over the doors that are closed on the truck. Like, it's not hard to do. The doors are only at knee level.
Right.
Climbs over the door, is now standing on the outside running board of the truck, and jumps onto the loading dock, which is only a very small platform that she jumped onto.
Yeah.
And then jumped over the gates, jumped over the ropes, and ran up the queue to the exit, or back to the entrance, I suppose, into the village to run to the bathroom because she had to pee that badly. According to her family, she was already peeing when she decided to jump off of the truck. So I was like, I come out, she's long gone. I walk up to the merge person and I go, hey, did you see a woman come running up this way? She goes, oh yeah. I go, do you have a description of her? And she goes, she had dark hair. And I go, so no, we don't have a description of her. So I then walk up to the other load dock, the wheelchair dock. And I'm like, does she have family with her? Is there anybody that was in the row with her? Like, do we know what row she was in? Any information? And the driver like yells to the crowd of people that are not exiting this truck. Was anybody with that girl who jumped out of the truck? I go, don't yell that, please. But her family came walking back up and I go, hey, like you were with the woman who had to jump out of the truck. They go, yeah, man, we're really sorry. She had to go to the bathroom. I go, okay, so is she okay? And they go, oh yeah, no, like she's fine. She just like really had to pee. She drank a lot. And I was like, okay, but you realize how much of a safety concern that is for us, correct? And he was like, yeah, like she just like, she really had to go. I'm really sorry. Like we didn't think it was going to take this long. yada, yada, yada. And he goes, really, it's her fault. She drank way too much. And I was like, so we agree that it's her fault. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, okay, cool. Have a nice day. Because like at that point, I'm not going to be like, go get her, bring her all the way back here so I can now talk to her and scold her. Nothing's going to happen. We're not going to kick her out of the park. She didn't jump onto the ride path. She just jumped onto the dock where people normally stand anyways. Still not okay.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not worth the time and energy to go and get this woman from the bathroom because she desperately had to pee and potentially already was peeing in my ride vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, then
you just let your friend know that pee before the ride, maybe?
Yeah. I then checked all the rows. There was no evidence of urine. But I was like, I literally like, and it's possible that guests saw me do this, but like, I didn't say it. I was just like, what the fuck because it was a training group. So there was a trainer and the trainee driving. So the trainer is a friend of mine. And I just looked at her and I was like, what the fuck? I did not say it, but just mouthed it. So there was a very real possibility that the 32 guests on her truck, 31 now that woman jumped off, saw me say what the fuck at work. And I was like, I don't care. Like who does that?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I probably wouldn't I wouldn't jump off.
Yeah.
But like I guess if I had to pee that bad, I don't know. Because not knowing when your stop is going to be.
That's, I guess. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I think if she could have just made it to the dock, there's a bathroom much closer than the one that she sprinted to in the village.
Was she like an old woman? Not
no.
Old woman, but
she was like, again, didn't see her, but she, based on the members of her party, I'm going to assume the guy that was talking to me afterwards, they seem like he made it seem like they were kind of like together, and he couldn't have been any older than like 30s, maybe young, like low 30s. Right. So I'm guessing she's around the same age, but I was like, okay. It was insane. Easily might be the most unusual call I have received since working at Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, we got a woman overboard. She had to pee.
Yeah,
she would have peed. What if she would have like peed in the truck?
We would have taken the truck off and cleaned it.
That's it. And then you would have been like, would you have talked to her? Or
no, I would have been like, we probably would have gotten her a new pair of pants.
Yeah.
But like we would have given stuff to her for peeing in our truck as opposed to her getting in trouble for jumping off of the truck.
Does Disney sell underwear there? Oh yeah, they do. Well,
I don't
know about in the parks, but I have.
Yeah, Disney I don't think they sell them in the parks. No, that's a lie. They do. At Magic Kingdom, they sell like the boxers.
Yeah, I think it was Magic Kingdom that I got.
Yeah, but I don't think Animal Kingdom sells underwear.
Because I was gonna say like, yeah, you can give her new pants, but I was like, do you have underwear for her?
No, she'd have to fucking free ball it the rest of the day.
Yeah, free ball.
I mean, again, it was literally like an hour until the park was closed. It was the end of the day. We were a walk on. There was nobody like on the dock that she jumped onto. There was no guests standing there. That dock was already closed for the day. So, like,
was it like a big jump from like the truck to the dock?
Not really, but it's not a jump I would make.
What do you mean? You couldn't make it?
No. I could, but it's not a jump I would.
Oh, that you would want to.
Yeah, because again, like you're jumping from a small foot wide platform, the running board of the truck, to a foot wide area between the gates. Because like the loading docks are there. There's like 9 rows of gates. And then there's a little bit more dock after the gates instead of just a drop off.
Right.
So that way you can step up onto the truck.
Yeah.
So there's gates that open, and then there's a little bit of a cement walkway. And that cement walkway is no wider than a foot either. So she's jumping from a foot wide platform to a foot wide platform. I got foot long feet. So like, it's just, I'm going to slip.
I mean, hey, when you're assuming that she drank alcohol,
True.
I don't know, but like,
and like you have the gates to grab onto. So like all she really had to do was like, and the drop, if she had fallen, she probably would have cracked her head on the truck. But, if she didn't do that, she only would have fallen 3 feet to the ground.
Right.
So it's not really the end of the world. She wouldn't have died from making this jump. But if she had cracked her head on the fucking side of the truck, that would have been.
Oh my God. Fucking Disney would have had a heart attack.
Oh my God. It would have been insane.
I mean, when you got to go,
Yeah, when nature calls, I guess you're
you'll go,
going.
you'll do what you got to do.
I would have just peed in the truck. I haven't seen, I've heard of people holding their children like nearly over the side of the truck so they can pee off of the side of the truck. I'm like, are you aware that you are exposing your child in a very, very public area? I go, anybody's allowed at Disney World. I'm sure there are child predators here. And you're just putting your little kid's wee-wee out for the world to see. Are you laughing? I thought it was the dog. I thought it was you, but it was the dog is what I meant to say.
I want to see what these trucks look like.
Can you hear him?
I just heard like a squeak. He's having a dream.
What's going crazy? One hell of a dream right now. Hey, Newton.
Don't wake him.
No, he's not waking up. He's deep in sleep right now.
So
looking up the trucks.
Yeah. I want to see like okay, so she was standing on this thing. So she
go ahead and share the screen. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
What am I doing here?
Really getting into work things here.
So she was standing on this thing.
Yes, but on the other side.
Right.
So like that's our unload dock right there. So essentially the same, but without the gates. So she was standing on that running board, which is the exact same on the other side. Those flat panels on the side we're looking at, those are what the doors look like when they're closed on the other side.
Right.
And actually, if you pull up the picture, the second row over, all the way over, that one, yeah. That's our loading dock. And that's, so basically the one behind this one, but they look exactly the same. That's what she jumped onto. And you can just barely see the gate behind the mirror there.
Yeah. I want to see.
Yeah, there we go. So that's what she was standing on. And that's exactly the dock that she jumped onto. So like that point of view, that picture, I was standing right where this picture was taken from when I walked out and was like, what the fuck?
This?
No. The truck was not touching the dock like it is there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say, that's not even a jump.
Yeah, no, the truck was, again, probably 2 to 3 feet away from the dock. Again, not a difficult jump to make.
Right.
But not a jump I would recommend making.
Why do you got coolers up here? Is it just like part of the show?
Yeah, theming.
Nothing there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's what she did.
Never seen these trucks, so I had to see what was going on here. Why do they got like a brush thing in front of it?
The brush is what's called a bird guard. Everybody calls it a brush guard, but it's not. It's a bird guard. It's supposed to, if you're like driving near birds, it'll stop them from flying under your truck.
So it's part of the show, or do birds actually?
No, there are birds that like there's a lot of ducks out there.
Oh.
So like when we're driving near ducks, they're more enticed to fly away from us as opposed to fly potentially under the vehicle with that there.
Oh my God, dude. I watched a goose die the other day. I was outside.
Like a Canada goose?
A Canadian goose.
Canada goose.
I just walked outside to start working to finish the patio or the walkway.
The walkway, yeah.
And
so this was like how you started your day outside? You walk out, you saw a goose die?
I mean, I didn't start my day like that because I ate something.
Not important.
But the first outside experience.
Yeah.
there was probably like 10 geese on our lawn.
Okay.
On the opposite side of the mailbox. Where like the trailer is.
Yeah.
And there was like, just make it easy. So it's 10 of them, probably 9 of them are eating. One of them is just like standing up tall, like just like it was like the mom looking after all.
Yeah.
They all look the same. To me, honestly, it looked like a group of, 20-year-olds just grazing away.
Right.
They all looked the same. It didn't look like one was younger than the other, blah, blah, blah.
But there was one keeping an eye out.
But yeah, there was one who's looking. I saw it like his head was, or her, whatever, looking at everybody.
Right.
And then I walk outside to start my shit. So I don't exactly remember what. I wasn't anywhere near them. I was still close to the house, but they obviously heard the door close and probably heard the garage door open and saw me.
Right.
So like, all right, time to go.
Yeah. Time to bounce.
So the tall one was like, or the one that was standing up, not eating, was like, all right, starts walking into the street, and then there's cars coming. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Back
Walks
the fuck
back.
up.
So then they start going again. And then now they're all in the road,
Okay.
starting like on our side still, but they're all in the road. And then there's a car coming this way.
Not this from the side they're on.
Not from the set. No, that'd be going this way. They're
Okay.
the car's coming, going this way. So they see this car coming. They all decide, all right, it's time to get up and fly.
Yeah.
So one of them just hits the side of the car, and it just drops and slides 20 feet.
So wait, car driving on the road 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Geese here, car coming this way. Where did they fly to that this one flew into the car?
They probably like, I don't know how all of them didn't just hit this car, honestly, because like they barely got up and the car was passing already. It's like, if you guys would have just stayed on the ground, then you could have just kept walking or flew. But
I don't think geese think like that though.
Dude, because their fucking brains are smaller than my nuts.
Yeah.
So, so like the car's coming, and I literally just see them. They just all like get up at once, and I just hear and two of them might have hit, but one just dropped and slid. And I was like, I stood there I was like in a movie, just my jaw just. I was just like,
and it didn't move again. It was definitely dead.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, and then now they're all squawking. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like these geese just now have to, all right,
just go about their day with one less
this,
goose.
We lost this one. It's like, I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, do they think like humans like, oh shit,
he's dead.
Our buddy just died. Or do they just know that that's what happens?
I don't know.
I'm so confused on what animals think when it's just like a herd of them and one of them just like gone, get hit by a car.
Let's reiterate the fact that I could take a goose if this one just flew into the car and died.
Yeah, because their brains are literally like
potatoes.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it was just sitting. I thought maybe it was dead, but his wing was just flapping because I think cars were driving by and the wind was like getting over it.
Okay. I was like, damn, dude was still trying to flap and he was fucking.
Yeah, no. So then like the next day, mom was like, do you see that down the farm path? I go, what? I'm like, oh yeah, I see that. She goes, it's a goose. It's a dead goose. It's a decapitated goose.
No.
And I go, like the one that, because like now when I left that night after I finished everything and the goose had been dead for hours now, I saw him. He was sitting in the middle of the road for a while, and then I saw him on the side of the road, not our side, the opposite side.
Right.
Like, okay,
mansion side.
Somebody moved him to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
But then the next day,
he's back on your side.
Completely not even on the side of the road, in the middle of the farm path.
Yeah.
With no head.
There had to have been an animal.
And I'm like, oh yeah. And that's what I'm thinking. An animal just took his head because he didn't get decapitated. I mean, he could have gotten decapitated by the car. But I feel like I should have went to go check him out. But like, I didn't want to
disturb the dead.
I think at first when I saw the wing flap, I was like, this thing's still alive. I'm not going to look at it because like I'm not gonna be able to. I'm like, I'm gonna have to put it out of its misery. I feel like just kick it in the head, be like, fucking die, please. But I was like, and I still didn't even go look at it when it was on the farm to just look at a decapitated goose.
Yeah.
But because mom thought it was a cat. And so she started walking towards it and then realized that there was no head.
Yeah. And it was a goose
on this goose. And I was like, what animal
He's eating
takes
goose
the head.
heads.
Yeah, like why are you just taking the head and you're leaving it on the property, dude?
I don't know.
Take it away. Stupid animal, fox or coyote, whatever.
Damn. Did you see it hit the car?
No, I just saw I guess I did, but like I didn't really notice it because I heard it more than I saw. Because there was
Right.
like I said, 10 of them all just got up, and then
So did it hit the side, like the driver's
yeah,
side
it
door?
just hit the broad side of the car, and just
I would love to get the driver on this episode.
yeah, I'm surprised. Like, and he just
Kept going.
I would
Well,
have.
that's like I told the story of the time I hit the turkey. Turkey did not die, but I fucking smacked the shit out of that turkey, and it didn't die. Or I just said it didn't die. But I didn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would do if I like. I mean, I guess if I hit it, well, no, I would definitely pull over.
If a
right
goose
away.
hit me, I might be like, "Fuck, dude," but then I'm like, "No."
I don't know. I'm probably pulling over. I feel like, and then just like moving that thing out of the road.
Oh, I'm not touching it.
Depending on how damaged it is. If
Yeah.
it's like if I ran over it, I ain't
Oh
touching it.
God, no.
But like if it just hit me, I'd be like, oh shit, let me look, and it's like still intact. I'm taking its head and just slinging it. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, this just made me think of yesterday. I was talking to Shannon and asked me a question yesterday. I'll block her so she doesn't hear me.
Yeah.
So, she asked me which planet has more gravity, or like which planet has the most gravity. And so then we started talking about.
Isn't it easy?
Well, that's what I thought it was easy, but didn't necessarily know how gravity worked back last night. So, so we started talking about it. Needless to say, Jupiter has the most gravity.
I was wrong then.
What'd you think, Saturn? What did you think?
Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. I think.
What do you mean?
Isn't gravity just like, don't we have gravity?
Yeah, we have gravity.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, it is Jupiter. Because like you weigh
How
more.
do you think gravity works, Dave?
No, like I was just like, isn't it Earth? Because like we're all just like walking around on here, and like,
Shannon just said, "Yeah, fuck you, Dave." Shannon, Dave thought it was Earth because we're walking around on Earth and the moon orbits us.
Because like Mars, you're hopping around on there.
Not really.
Yes, really.
No, Shannon. Sorry, I'm talking to Dave now.
Okay, bye.
No,
I've
Dave,
seen
you're not.
Mars,
You're
the movie. He was jumping like the moon.
No. On the moon, there's less gravity, so you're like jumping. On Mars, there's slightly less gravity than on Earth, but not to the point where you can jump like that. You can jump a little bit higher on Mars than you can on Earth, but not. It's not really like you can walk no problem.
Yeah, I remember now that Jupiter does, because like it was like, okay, how much do you weigh on Earth? You weigh 150 pounds, but if you go to Jupiter, weigh like 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, you're fat as fuck on Jupiter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about how gravity works, and I said, the reason that we stay on the Earth is because of gravity. But then I started explaining to her that like how force works, that there's an equal and opposite reaction to everything. So we pull on the Earth just as much as the Earth pulls on us. So like we are exerting the same amount of force on each other, which is why we stay on the Earth.
Just a bunch of energy getting tossed around.
Yeah, fucking shit's going on. And then she was asking what would happen if the sun just like disappeared one day. And I was like, well, we would go off into the fucking distance because we're going around the sun really fast. And she goes, well, what would happen if the Earth just stopped spinning one day, just like came to a halt? I go, well, that would be like we're in a car not wearing our seatbelts and we hit a brick wall. I go, we are now flying off of the Earth at 1,000 miles an hour.
Is that really how it would happen, though?
Yes, that's why are we questioning this? That is really how it would happen. If the Earth just one day went, we would go gone instantly. The entire planet would be stripped bare of everything we've ever put on this planet and everything we haven't put on this planet. Every tree ever, everything that's not a mountain would get fucking tossed to the east and off of the planet at 1,000 miles an hour. Because we are spinning at 1,000, like we right now are spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh, we are.
We are.
Okay.
The Earth spins, rotates at 1,000 miles an hour at the
Yeah, that makes sense.
equator.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So if
That's
it
why I was like,
stops,
1,000 miles an hour.
oh,
Yeah.
you were questioning the speed.
Yeah. More
I
the
thought you were
speed.
questioning the act of it happening.
That too, a little bit, but more the
Yeah.
speed. It's like 1,000 miles an hour. Really.
Yeah. At the equator, it's about 1,000 miles an hour. So if we were to stop, just like in a car going 60 miles an hour suddenly stops, you are still going forward 60 miles an hour. The only thing stopping you is the seatbelt, as you have experienced being in a car accident.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does if you go up to space, can you see the Earth moving?
No.
That's so stupid.
Because you are now moving around the Earth.
Not if you're like, what if you're looking down at Earth?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not like you go up into space and now you're looking at Earth.
Yeah. You are going to be orbiting Earth at that point. Oh, hello, Dave, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you like froze for a second. Did you hear anything I just said?
So you said you're going around Earth and then you froze.
Hold on. Shannon, can you turn the Wi-Fi off on your phone? We're starting to glitch out here. Right. So you are, if you go up into space, you are now orbiting the Earth.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. I don't want to orbit Earth.
Yeah, you can't not orbit Earth, Dave.
Okay, but like
you'd have to be so far away, and at that point the Earth would be too small for you to notice anything. Because like think about it, the moon orbits Earth.
Right. So even if you go to the moon, you're
still orbiting Earth.
So like what if I just don't go to the moon? Like what if I just go past the moon?
Then the Earth would be too small to see. Because like even from the moon, the Earth is really tiny. I know the pictures, like when people like draw shit, like the artist renditions, and you're like the moon looking at Earth, it looks really big, but it's not. You know how we see
you're up on a plane and everything looks tiny.
No, you know how we see the moon every day, and it's like that big.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's like pretty much how big the Earth would look from the moon. Because the moon is hundreds of thousands of miles away from us.
I hate science. It makes my brain hurt.
And we can't see the moon. Like the moon also rotates. We can't see that happening.
Yeah. No. I hate science. Makes no sense to me.
It's pretty easy stuff there,
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's just like so unbelievably unbelievable. It's like, how is that even a thing?
I don't know.
How is this hunk of space
rock
moving 1,000 miles an hour? And one, I can't notice that it's spinning. And two, I'm straight up walking on the spinning thing.
It's like if you're in a bus, you can walk on a bus without noticing how fast you're going.
No.
Yeah.
Such a lie right there.
If you are on like a coach bus, right? And you're walking to the back of the bus.
Yeah.
You're just walking. To you, you're only going a couple miles an hour, or you're walking at a speed of 1 mile an hour.
Right.
But you are also now traveling backwards at 60 miles an hour. But you don't feel that. You just feel yourself moving.
Imagine if
like you're not in a car like
right. Oh yeah.
Until you stick your hand out the window.
Which is the weirdest thing. Imagine like there's this movie, you're on a coach bus.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a bus. And it's going this way.
Mm-hmm.
But you go this way and you go back in time.
So
if you walk backwards on a bus, you go back in time. To like, it makes no sense, but
it's a good movie.
Yeah, whatever. Yes, fucking science.
Let's do some trivia.
If there's a fucking science question here, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh God.
Fucking Newton and his stupid laws of physics.
I talked to Jen and I talked about this for way too long last night.
Yeah, that would be a conversation. I'd be like, listen, I'm done with this. I'm done. That's like the stupid when you ask me the stupid, are there more doors and windows?
Doors and wheels.
Whatever. I'd be like, I'd be like, I don't know. That's the most I want to talk about that.
Definitely wheels, but
Look at this. Just stupid. What classification of rock covers approximately 75? Stupid.
sedimentary.
Yeah.
Geology.
All right. Refresh. Pick a number.
11.
10, 11. What sporting event first took place in 1903? Sporting event.
1903. Nice.
Oops.
What sporting event first took place in 1903?
Like, are we looking for like
looking for what?
never mind.
Like
the
like
Olympics.
yeah,
or
like the Super Bowl or like, you know.
Okay.
So
Sporting
1903, what sporting event first took place? I'm gonna say
Okay. Let me think.
uh
1903. I mean, what were they doing back then?
I don't know, dude.
Playing-
That's what's that? 119 years ago?
Playing like peach basketball.
Yeah.
1903. I'm gonna say something World Series. I'm gonna say the first World Series.
That's a good answer. I'm gonna say the US Open. You're like, I think that's tennis, if I recall.
Isn't that golf? Wait, what's golf's open?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I'm saying the World Series baseball. You're
Okay.
saying
I'm saying the tennis, whatever the tennis event is called.
yeah, I think it might be US Open too, but I feel like golf is like US Open as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Tour de France.
Bikes.
Fucking bikes.
Yeah. But that's what they were doing back in 1903. Fucking riding bikes. So what's closer?
Nothing.
All right, pick a new one. Wait, what's that? I want to know. Don't refresh. Oh, I want to know what fruit was essentially a clone of itself.
It's probably tomatoes.
You might be right.
I have no idea. 3, 6. No, I'm just gonna do 11 in. Who played the title character in the film The Omega Man? I don't
No
know what that
idea.
is. What about this one? Where were the 1988 Olympics held?
The fourth country question in a row.
Perfect.
1988 Olympics.
Olympics. Can we
determine whether it was summer or winter?
Yeah, can you just have Shannon look up?
Shannon, can you look up the 1988 Olympics and tell me if they were winter or summer, but don't tell me where they were? Summer.
Okay.
Okay,
Doesn't
so we know
make
it's going to be a
sense.
warm region. 1988.
I guess technically it doesn't have to be a warm region because
It's going to be, though.
because it's the Summer Olympics are in the summer, aren't or
Fair.
so anyways.
But I'm not going to say Russia, you know?
Yeah, because that's it's always cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1988.
Don't say it out loud yet because I haven't written anything down.
Where do
I don't know
have,
why. I can only ever think of 3 countries when we talk about the Olympics.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking.
Um,
Did you say 1988?
Yes. Why?
Because it's also showing a 1988 Winter Olympics.
Shit.
Well, shit. Is
Did
that
they
when had,
happen in
like-
this? Did they happen in the same place?
No.
Okay.
Do they happen near each other? It'd be
We-
impossible.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it wouldn't.
I'm locked in.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't know, man. I guess I'll just go with Brazil.
I said Greece.
Yeah, dude, that's the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
South Korea.
South Korea.
Where are the winter ones held?
Shannon,
Or
where were the winter ones held?
Canada.
Canada.
all right, so we have to just go who's close to South Korea, and you are
Yeah, you said Brazil. I said, well,
Greece.
are you sure about that?
No, I'm not.
Because if you go the opposite way, like if I go west, I'm closer, but if you go east, you might be closer.
Or 17,088 kilometers.
Okay.
And South Korea to
Greece.
8,600 kilometers.
Definitely closer.
Yeesh.
All right. Well, that's 4 in a row for me, all countries, and all but based on the fact that I've just been geographically closer.
Oh yeah, nobody has gotten it
No, we suck at trivia.
right. My name's you can follow me underscore David Sharkey underscore is my Instagram. DShark101 is my Twitter. And either week, I had for anybody out there who listens and follows me on Snapchat, I got a burrito and an Auntie Anne's pretzel for 76 cents.
Oh,
Because of my birthday on Sunday. And I get a bunch of free shit. And if I would have had a Chipotle app, I could have got something free from there too, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So I created an account today. So it's all ready for next year.
nice.
But I got a burrito
Mm-hmm.
with steak, some grilled onions, lettuce, pico de gallo, and I got free chips and salsa. And I got a cinnamon sugar pretzel.
From Auntie Anne's.
Yes. And that is good. And steak. Did I say steak? Was in the burrito?
I don't remember.
I got
But
steak.
steak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram, Secret Agent Sharky. And my YouTube channel is Joe Sharky. My eat of the week is I did no, last night's food was good, but not that good. I'm gonna go with thanks to our flight being canceled from Long Island back to Orlando, we ended up going back to Shannon's house, and on the way there, we stopped to get bagels, and I got a nice Bagel sandwich made for me this time, not made by myself. It came with scrambled eggs. It was an everything bagel. Everything bagel came with scrambled eggs and bacon on it. I also, last time I was up on Long Island, I got ham on it as well. Forgot to get ham this time, so I just had bacon and egg. But it was so fucking good. Oh my god. It's incredible. First of all, piping hot. Like, I most definitely burnt my mouth on it a couple of times, but the flavor was incredible. I don't know what they're doing with their bacon up there. Now, everybody's going to rant about the bagels. Bagel was fine, but the bacon that they put on this bagel was so fucking good. It was just the perfect sandwich.
Sometimes bacon just
Slaps. Yeah.
slaps.
If I could get that sandwich mailed down to me on a daily basis every morning, I would be the happiest man alive.
Well, you just got to find your local bagel shop
Yeah,
here.
but it's not the same, you know?
But you don't know until you don't know.
That's
Or
fair.
until
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Anyways, as for the podcast, I am so sweaty right now. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at the Shuffle Podcast, where we post our somewhat weekly clips, which reminds me, Dave, after this, I'll be sending you the clip from last week's episode. You can upload that today. And you can follow, you can subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at the Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week. Shannon, say goodbye. Bye-bye, everybody.